Starting out from basically the second bonfire, you take a left where this gate is and this guy and the three dogs. Go straight out, you get Yule. And that's not important right now, but it will be important for later. And from then on, you can just move forward. Here you can get Loretta's Bone, not important. And then there's this giant group of enemies. Take a right. There's going to be a bridge here. Take another right. And again, I've cleared out most of the enemies. So keep that in mind. There are going to be a lot of enemies in every area of this game that are going to try to get themselves between you and these rings. Don't let them. Now from here, this one can be a little tricky, but what I do is prop myself up so that way the body, or so that way I'm between the body and this cliff, and I just roll towards land. And that allows you to safely get the Flame Stoneplate Ring. And then from there, you can just run back and you can drop down onto this little piece of land here. And we can run back. And how I said I'd kill basically all the enemies, you don't need to worry about this giant group. There are a few ones on like the outside that you need to worry about, because they'll come after you. But the main portion of the group will just ignore you as long as you stay on the outside. But from here we can go down. And the way we win is the right way, this way is the left way. They both lead to the same end point. But this is a faster way to get a ring, which is going to help us out. Now, if you turn around, there's a bonfire, so you can get that if you want. And then you can just keep going. And over here, another group of enemies. There's a tree with a guy shooting a giant bow. And from there, you just want to take a left. And next to this item behind this well, there's the Poisonbite Ring +1, along with the Mortician's Ashes here. You want to get the Mortician's Ashes because they allow you to buy a key that we're going to be using soonish. You also want to pick up 2 branches from here because they are important for getting a ring later on. But from there, you just keep on running. And up to the left here is a boss. So it's important to kill them. And then to the right, there's a door you can open. And then you can just keep on running. And then there's some stairs off to the right here. You can take these. And you can go down to the left. And I actually didn't kill these enemies, but off to the right here, there's the Fire Clutch Ring. And then you can run down here, drop. Then there's another bonfire. So that'll just be another little checkpoint for you. And from there you can drop down and just keep going. Now from here, you can go across the bridge if you want. Or you can go into this little inside section. And here's one of the few enemies I didn't kill for an important reason. Killing this giant rat automatically gives you the Bloodbite Ring. And from there, you can go up, get the shortcut, to a previous bonfire, and you can drop down. And this is what the Mortician's Ashes were for. Because that allows you to get inside of here. And there's some skeletons here. Very easy to kill. Might want to keep in mind that there are some enemies up top that can drop down here. The Evangelist dropped down here for me this time. It's just some weird hitbox stuff on the bridge. But might want to keep that in mind. That there can be some enemies in areas they aren't supposed to be. And that just happens sometimes. And then up here to the left, there's another NPC, Arena. For the most part, we're ignoring NPCs this run because we're just caring about rings. But you want to accept her into your service because that will get you another ring. Or the ability to purchase another ring. Up here there's a door. You can open that door and you can go over here. Now you want to take this up. Drop down here. And then back over here to the right, you can get the life ring +1. And over here, there's normally a fire demon. Kind of want to take that out. And then you can just keep on running. And for the most part, this area doesn't actually have any enemies, so not much different here. But that doesn't mean you should let your guard down. Because there are a couple of evangelists guarding a couple of rings. And up here, you can get yourself Flynn's ring. And then you might want to look down, and you might spot an item that maybe wasn't there before. Or you can get the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring +2. In case you're running low on some rings. Or some souls. That's a 2-for-1 package. Now, by the time you hit this point, it's New Game +2. You probably don't need a whole lot more souls. Because at this point, you're probably hitting the level cap on almost every stat. But it's nice to drop to other players. But from there, you want to just go back up and then drop down this right path. And from there, you can just drop down a tower. Destroy some boxes and you can get yourself the Chloranthy Ring. And that puts you back by the boss. But now, hopefully the boss enemy stayed dead, because like last time, I went through to the next area and killed the enemies there as well. Though this time I didn't go as far, so hopefully they stayed dead instead of everything resetting. But if not, it's fine. But from here you want to go down. And that'll lead you into the next area. Right after you get through a Boreal Night. But if you can get through them, then you can get to a nice little change of pace. A little scenery change. Nope. They came back. And from here, you just want to run through. At this first guy who screams, you want to drop down. Or you can get the Chloranthy Ring +2. So you get the first and the third one in basically the same part of the game. From there, you can just keep on running. And you can ignore the enemies. And there you can get the Morne's Ring. And then you can just keep on running. There are going to be a lot of enemies who aren't very happy with you, so might want to just get through things as fast as you can. And from there, you can head back to Firelink. Because we got a few rings that we couldn't get before. Now, with Yul's questline, you pick him up, you get 5 free levels off of him. By this point, assuming you're doing this New Game Plus, you should have 99 hollowing, or at least above what you need to get the files from him. Get those, reload the area, and you can get Uria. And with her, you can get the Untrue Dark Ring and the Untrue White Ring, along with 3 rings of sacrifice. Though, I don't think you need those for the achievement, and so we're just gonna ignore it. Either way, there are plenty of them around throughout the game. But here, once you get Arena, you can purchase the Saint's Ring. Which, you don't get it for free, but it is very cheap. So, why not just pick it up? But that boss that I pointed out, that boss drops a Transposing Kiln, which you can give to Ludlith, and you can then use Boreal Valley Vort's soul to get Pontiff's left eye. And that's another chunk of rings that we're done through. Already, we're like 15, 20 down in just 2 parts. So, yeah.